I just didn't really know if I wanted to go to church, but I knew that I loved God and I knew that who I was serving. But it just kind of just didn't show. I didn't have a Bible. I wasn't reading the Bible, but I was in a place where I started facing a lot of depression and I didn't know where to go. I felt like I was just missing something. And I began to read a lot of self-awareness books. It made me look towards him more, but I didn't really know what to do with that. Like, did I just pray? Did I just speak to him? Or did I actually find a church? And after reading all the self-awareness books and coming to the church, I'm like, I felt like this is what I've been looking for in all those self-awareness books, but I didn't even know. Like, I knew that I needed God, but I didn't know that I would end up here. Like, I didn't know that I would meet Ben on the train and it would lead to me coming to C3, but I'm glad it did, leading up to the time where I did meet Ben on the train, because I didn't feel like I was meeting him just to meet God or anything like that. And it just so happened that he was reading a book about faith, and that's what I started the conversation on. And he started telling me how he was jumping back into his faith and getting to know God, and that's when he invited me to a dinner party. And I was like, oh, okay. Even though in the back of my head, I kind of was like, I'm not going to that. But as it led up to the day, I was like, maybe I should. Like, I'm not doing anything tonight, and then people who they consider family, I now consider my family, because they were just so welcoming at first. The food was good. The conversation was good. I got to dig deeper into a lot of people's lives that I didn't even know on the very first night, just from hearing about the sermon and Ben and Taylor asking questions and people answering them with their own intake on it. It was different for me. It made me want to actually see what it's like on a Sunday, just walking in and feeling the energy before I even stepped into it. There's music, there's people laughing. I'm like, what is going on in there? But when I actually went and I took my seat, I was just looking around at my environment, and it didn't feel anything like how it felt when I was younger. It felt like I could be here. Like, this is somewhere where I could actually feel comfortable. I could gain a family. And then listening to the sermon, it connected with me a lot. Raising my hand into salvation and actually accepting God, it meant being stronger for me, because for a while I felt really weak just within myself, and I knew I needed something more. So it's when I did raise my hand, it's I knew that was coming to me, but I didn't know when. I didn't know exactly how, but I knew that raising my hand would lead it to me. Then I got my first Bible when I left, and I was like, I've never had one on my own. I never had something that was physically mine. So just being able to take that home, I'm doing this. I'm stepping into a new journey in my life, and I'm taking God with me this time. I just felt a piece to a puzzle was given to me. I felt like getting to know God was getting to know me, and that's something that I didn't feel before, because I would just look for it in different, I felt like I was looking for myself in different people, but it wasn't him I was looking to. I was looking to it in friends or boyfriends and relationships, but I was looking everywhere instead of where I was supposed to be looking in the first place. You need God, you need him with you. And getting to know the Bible, getting to know the people at C3 period, it established that self-love within me, because now I can feel God talking to me. And thank you for accepting me for who I am, for making me a part of the family. Thank you for drawing me closer to God and just knowing myself more.